up, my friends, my family? Oh, hello, and welcome to the Sully Perspective. Man, I feel like I have not recorded in a million years. It feels like it's been so long. I was sick last week, but then this week rolled around. Well, I recorded last Tuesday, right? Last Tuesday was fine. I guess it was just because this week I normally record on Tuesdays, but we had no Wi-Fi. So what happened? What happened was that I live in a tiny home in the backyard of a real home, and one of my best friends, Jay, lives in that house. And that house got struck by like I don't mean like lightning struck nearby. I mean like the house itself got struck by lightning, and it knocked out our. I guess we lost power for a little bit. I was at work. I didn't see any of this. But we lost power. But then apparently our internet was fried. Like Jay said that he would like shake the router, and you could hear like rattling in there. So he also said that he saw an explosion of white light in, excuse me, in the house. So that's pretty terrifying, but you know, might have been an angel. Who knows? No one knows for sure. We have a couple more followers to shout out. It looks like we have Amy Sullivan followed your channel. That would be my mom. Thanks, Mom. Happy Noel 06D. I already know who that is. Lynn, what is up? Lynn has been just like the best person. She has been a supporter since my very first podcast a couple years back, and was like fan of the year forever. And now she listens to the SJN show. Where is it? The SJN show. She listens to this now. Lynn, you're the best. You know who you are. And then 4 Gathers just followed the channel 10 minutes ago. 4 Gathers, welcome to the family. If I know you, if you have a name, if you don't want to be called 4 Gathers, if I'm just being really dumb and I'm not figuring out who you are based on that name, say your name in the chat. Say what's up. That's totally cool. Last week I called my good friend Gray 4M for like 15 minutes before I realized it was just Graham. And then it was his fiance, Lindsay, but that's besides the point. Thank you for following 4 Gathers. Welcome to the family. This is a family. This is where we hang out, we chill, and we do a podcast live. So if you've never been a part of the Sully Perspective Live, this is the live podcast. It comes out podcast services everywhere every Monday. He's back. Keegan says, "What's up, Keegan?" Dude, it's been too long. I really feel like, even though it was only a 1-day delay because of the Wi-Fi issue, I really feel like I haven't done this in forever, right? It feels like a long time. What's up? I missed Thursday. Oh, that's right. I was sick, so I didn't record. That's why it feels like forever. I didn't do video game stream on Thursday, and then I didn't do Tuesday because of Wi-Fi. So it has been a while. Thank you for being back. Like I said, if you have not listened to this before, podcast services everywhere every Monday. Look for the Sully Perspective. But we stream it live on Twitch every Tuesday at 10. This week is a little different because of Wi-Fi issues, but every Tuesday at 10, come hang out. I record the podcast live, and you can comment, you can chat, you can say what is up. And when you do that, I'm responding to you live. So it's kind of fun to do it that way. The podcast is broken down into 5 categories. Every category has 5 minutes. Once the timer rings, I have to finish up that thought and we move on. Alrighty. Without further ado, let's get going. Let's head over to my podcast timer. All right, here we go. I'm still a little nasally. Still a little coffee. So if I cough this week, I did just get we'll get there. That's Sully Perspective. Spoiler alert. And nerdy news. And away we go. This week on nerdy news, y'all, it was a light week. there's a lot of news, but it's a lot of bullshit news that I don't actually care about, or I don't think very many people care about, so I didn't write it down. I only have 5 stories. Number 1 is Venom 2 has been delayed again for the 4th. This is the 4th time this has been delayed until October 15th. If you don't know, this was supposed to come out in 2020. Then they pushed it back to June of 2021. Then they pushed it back until August, or no, September 4th, I think, of 2021 this year. And now it gets pushed back again to October 15th. This movie, it's like, this movie just is like, I'm afraid that it's going to get Black Widowed. You know? The steam is starting to run out on this. Black Widow still did well. I'm not saying that Black Widow didn't do well, but imagine what it would have done full theater release in 2020. I mean, it would have been crazy. Glorious Beard 89 Nathan says, Wheel of Time released official stills. I did see that you posted that. Now you'll have to remind me, Glorious Beard, is Wheel of Time, is that one of the animes that you watch? I don't know, it's one of 2 things. It's either an anime that you watch or it's a fantasy book that you really like, and I cannot remember which one of those 2. I know it's one of those 2. I'm going to guess fantasy book. Let me know. Story number 2. This is very disappointing to me. There's a new Home Alone movie coming out. What the fuck are we doing here? A new Home Alone movie. First of all, Home Alone 1, amazing. Home Alone 2, I get a lot of flack for this. I've said it on many different platforms. Home Alone 2, better than Home Alone 1. Everyone disagrees with me. That's okay. Home Alone 2, amazing. Home Alone 3 and 4, I don't know what the shit is going on in those movies. There's a trampoline, and there's a new kid, and like a mom with a stroller who's really a burglar lady. I don't know what's going on. There's a remote control car, I think, at some point. That's all I remember from the whole movies. From 2 movies, and I don't even know which one I'm talking about. Now they're releasing another one on November 12th of this year. Very quick turnaround from announcement to release, I thought. I mean, it's late August right now. So we're talking about 2.5 month, 3 month turnaround. It's going to be called Home Sweet Home. It's not even called Home Alone. So, but it is a Home Alone movie. There's like actors in it. The only one I know is Ellie Kemper. She's from The Office. That's where I know her at least from. Glorious Beard says, Rafe Judkins is the showrunner. My fave fantasy series. 14 book. Holy shit. 14 book total. It is the series that got Game of Thrones author into fantasy. Whoa. Okay. So there's a lot going on in this chat. I will say Rafe Judkins played on like season whatever, like 5, 8, somewhere around there of Survivor. Rafe was on Stephanie LaGrossa's season. You remember him? We really liked him. Guatemala or no. Mayan, the Mayan season. So I'm a big fan of that. But 14 books is outrageous, and it is the series that got Game of Thrones into the Game of Thrones author into fantasy. That's really crazy. So that's old, I assume, because the guy that wrote Game of Thrones is 1 billion years old. I looked that up. That's a real number. J Montagna 5 is in the chat. She says number 2 is great. Home Alone 2 is great, and it's better than number 1. Fight me. Next story, Free Guy nets over $50 million worldwide in its opening weekend. That's not like blow your mind numbers. However, it is blow your mind numbers for an only theater release in 2021, mid-pandemic, for a movie that no one thought was going to do that well. That's great numbers. And also, because of that, Disney has apparently wants a sequel. We were supposed to go see it today in theaters. We did not. We forgot and fell asleep on the couch. So I also been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild like a fucking madman. Next story, Cyberpunk 2077 drops down to $10 on the PS4 and the Xbox. I don't know if you know about this, but that game was like the most hyped game ever, and it was literally the biggest letdown of all time. It's a disaster of a game. It's trash. It's broken. You can't play it. There's glitches everywhere, and it's the biggest letdown in video game history. Here comes my timer. I know. There it is. We'll do the last one. Something that people have been concerned about. Marvel's Eternals will officially explain why they did not help in Endgame. The Eternals is put time-wise, chronologically, post-Endgame, and the Eternals are supposed to be some of the most powerful beings out there. So where the fuck were they when a guy is collecting, 6 Infinity Stones and like ruining planets and mass genocide and the event? I mean, I hope that they don't use the same excuse that they did for Captain Marvel, which is they literally just said, Earth's not the only planet out there. I have a lot of work to do. Get the fuck out of here. Thor was there. He's a demigod. So Captain Marvel is the worst. But this says that Marvel's Eternals will officially explain why they weren't there. So that's good. At least they're not going to leave it ambiguous. Moving on to sports stories of the week. And away we go. UFC. This is a weird one. This isn't even a UFC story. But Khabib Nurmagomedov has officially signed with a third-tier pro soccer league in Russia, FC Legion Dynamo. This is weird as shit. They showed a video of him playing soccer where the guy that was playing defense just like very obviously let him score. It was very cringy. I don't know why this is a thing. Good for Khabib, though. He's enjoying retirement, and now he's going to make, I don't know, $7 or something on a third-tier Russian pro soccer league. I don't know what the payout of that is. Maybe he's just having fun. I guess if you're a superstar and you made your money and you're retired at 30 or however old he is, 32, and he's living his best life. He wants to play soccer. Good for him. In actual soccer news, Carly Lloyd is officially retiring from soccer. 2 World Cup gold medals. She has 2 Olympic gold medals. I say World Cup golds, World Cup championships. Like she has the trophy. Like she won it twice. 2 Olympic golds. She's a legend in female USA soccer. So good for her. Enjoy retirement, Carly. I know you're a big supporter of the Sully perspective. Tim Tebow is dropped from the Jaguars. Listen, this is painful. I'm a Gator fan till I die. Wow. He played a preseason game. He is now a tight end, and now he is not a tight end because they dropped him because he was literally the worst thing I'd ever seen in my whole life. It was as if someone had shown a random person who had never watched football only remember the Titans and then said, now you're a tight end, go tackle like that and block like that. And I love Tim Tebow is Florida Jesus, and he is the savior of all things Gators, and I love him with all of my heart. But God bless America. I could have done better. I'm literally like scientifically obese, and I could have done better than that. It was so bad. In baseball news, Corbin Burns of the Brewers ties an MLB record this week. He with 10 straight strikeouts. Let me tell you why that's an important news to me. Because how is it only 10 strikeouts in a row? That's the record of all time? 10 strikeouts in a row? I don't know much about baseball, obviously, because to me, when I saw that he had gotten the record for most strikeouts in a row ever, I was expecting a very different number than 10. 10 strikeouts? Anyways, moving on. I don't even know who that guy is. The Field of Dreams game was this last week between the New York Yankees and the White Sox. Number one story about this, obviously I don't remember the movie because my girlfriend said that this is a big deal and I didn't understand it. I thought they were in a wheat field. First of all, it was a cornfield. So I don't know. Apparently it's a movie. Kevin Costner, he built, if you build it, they will come. Who's they? I asked Anna that this week. She couldn't explain it well. So I still don't know. Dead people or something. But the news is that because of this game, the movie went from around number 3,500 on rental rating on Amazon to number 6. This movie is from so long ago. And it went to number 6 most rented movie on Amazon this week. That's insane. It was also the highest viewed regular season game in like 16 years or something. So good for baseball. And they had baseball players walking out of corn. College football. We are 10 days away. 10 days away, everyone. Which really means that we are... Wait, is that right? I feel like I'm off. What is the date today? 18th? I think we're 9 days away. No. 10 days. No, I'm right. I'm correct. 10 days away. Tony says Cody is an idiot. J-Mon Tegna 5 says. Tony is a baseball player, so I'm assuming he's talking about Field of Dreams. Or just in general. Both are plausible. Tony has called me an idiot for less, and I am an idiot for less. 10 days until college football season, 17 days until the real college football season, a.k.a. when all the actual good teams play. In Olympic news, kind of, because the Olympics are over. But Sha'Carri Richardson, who, if you don't know who she is, she's the 100-meter sprinter female who got kicked from the Olympics for smoking the pot. She is allowed now to be competing in the Prefontaine Classic next weekend. It is a track competition. They only invite 9 people to run in that race, and she was one of the 9 chosen. Of course, the other 3 of the other 9, or 3 of the other 8, rather, are the 3 Jamaican women that swept the 100-meter in the Olympics. If you didn't know that, that was crazy. Number 1, number 2, number 3, all from Jamaica in the 100-meter dash for females. It was dope, and they were all crying. But the bummer is that we all expected Sha'Carri Richardson to come and compete against those 3 people, and then she got kicked out for smoking the devil's lettuce. And so, but she's allowed to be in this one, so she'll be competing next week. That's exciting for people to watch that. Moving on. J-Mon Tegna says, Tony says, yes, that is the reason that I'm an idiot. Okay, well, it's good to know that there's an actual reason. You know, most of the time I feel like an idiot just because, I don't know. Have you watched this podcast? Listen to it? You understand. It's kind of, that's who I am. Next, we're moving on to movie review of the week. Starting now. This week was supposed to be 1. It turned into 2. I had never seen Beetlejuice. Now, everyone freaks out when I say that. That's going to be this whole fucking podcast, is me not seeing big movies. I've never seen Beetlejuice. I don't like scary movies. I thought it was a scary movie. I'll say this. If I was a kid, I would have been just wrecked. Like, I would not have slept ever again. I would have sewn my eyelids open as to stay awake for the rest of my life, because that would have been, if I had seen that what year did that movie come out? Can you look that up? I assumed that movie came out, a long ass time ago, because the actors in it that are now like old people are young people. 1988. I was negative 4 years old. J-Mon Tegna puts asterisks, freaks out. I know. Everyone freaks out. Thank you for, continuing the tradition of that. 1988. Listen, if I had seen that, so let's say I had seen it when I was, I don't know, in the single digits. Like, if I had seen it when I was 8, hell, if I had seen it when I was 12, 16, I don't even care. I probably would have been scared at 12, 11 years old. It probably would have freaked me out. But I thought it was weird as shit, but I actually thought it was fun. Now I have Kevin Costner in my head because of Field of Dreams. That's not Kevin Costner. What's his name? Michael Keaton. They both have K's. There's not a lot of K names out there. J-Mon Tegna 5 says, it's not scary, it's disturbing in only the way that you can appreciate your child terror once you're an adult. It's only disturbing in the way that you can appreciate your childhood terror once you're an adult. Yeah, I would have been like I would have been messed up. I would have had to see a therapist. I probably should anyways. No, but I thought that Michael Keaton was hilarious in this movie. If you've seen Schitt's Creek, Michael Keaton's character, Beetlejuice, very, very much reminds me of Roland Schitt. They are the same character, which is really funny. Like they're just vulgar, burping, big beer belly, sweaty, gross, making inappropriate comments, not understanding social cues. And that's funny to watch, you know? It's like a grosser Michael Scott almost, you know? And then after we were done with that, because we had no Wi-Fi, so I am having to call Jay to ask him if he has DVDs, which I didn't even know were still a thing. And I had to figure out how to put them in my PlayStation. That was a whole HDMI cables. I'm just throwing out technical terms now at this point. Screen. Jay Montana says Schitt's Creek. Yes, now that is a good show. But while we're watching, we finish it. We have nothing else to do because we don't have Wi-Fi, and we say, or Anna says, have you ever seen Little Shop of Horrors? So we watch Little Shop of Horrors. Now, this movie is the real thing I want to talk about. On our 4-point scale, by the way, for Beetlejuice, there's extremely don't watch, watch, and extremely watch. It's a watch. If you've never seen it and you're over the age of 18, it's a watch. If you're under the age of 18, it's irrelevant. Never watch it. Now, Little Shop of Horrors is a musical, and the main actor in it is the guy from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What the fuck is that guy's name? Rick Moranis. I just thought of it. The guy that got punched in New York City last year. Gross Michael Scott, Jay Montana says. It is, though. They are just a gross Michael Scott. Little Shop of Horrors, if you like musicals, which Anna and I love musicals. We are big musical fans. This is the weirdest one I've ever watched. It is not for people that like normal things. Let me say that. If you're like a person that is like, in general, you watch things like Black Mirror or something, you're like, oh God, what the fuck am I watching? Then definitely don't watch this shit. This is the weirdest. There's a plant and it talks and it eats people, and Rick Moranis is singing. Why is he singing? And he killed, like, spoiler alert, I mean, this movie came out in like 1325, but he kills people, and you know, like, it was just genuinely, if you want to watch a 2-hour movie that is both super enjoyable, but will leave you just mouth agape over and over again in how fucking weird it is, then this is the one. Jay Montagna says, incredible, Little Shop of Horrors is a gem. And then asks if I've seen Rocky Horror. I'm guessing you're asking about Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anna literally asks me the same thing like last night when we were watching these other two movies. And no, I've never seen that. Anything with the word horror in it, Little Shop of Horrors, Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm away. I am a baby. I don't like scary things. I don't like being scared. I don't like wondering who's in my shower about to stab me. Fiddler on the Roof, that's a musical though? That's like an old ass musical about it's set in Poland or something, Ukraine, something like that, an Eastern European country about like post-Soviet something or other. That's an old person movie. I don't think that's weird in the same way, right? I don't think that Fiddler on the Roof is the same kind of weird as Little Shop of Horrors. Little Shop of Horrors has an animatronic plant that sings in the style of old time jazz, and he sings about like sucking on blood and getting like fed humans. And also Steve Martin is in the movie as a sadistic dentist who hurts people and likes it, and basically plays the voice. Like, his voice is basically Johnny Bravo. If you've ever seen Johnny Bravo, that's the voice, like, hey, baby. And a lot of, like, shoulder movements like this. You know, that's basically Steve Martin's character. Super weird to see Steve Martin like that. Rocky Horror isn't scary like that at all. It's just weird, really, really weird. But this is the problem, Jamie, is that a lot of people, when they try to convince me to watch horror movies, love to say this phrase. No. It's not scary. It's just insert some other genre. Like, it's more of a thriller. It's more of a psychological thriller. It's more of a, you know, it's just intense. It's not scary. So I'm not saying the Rocky Horror Picture Show is scary. All I'm saying is that I'll have to um, trepidatiously watch the trailer through my fingers to decide. Is that a word? Trepidatiously? With trepidation. Yeah, that's a word. I'm a genius. Um, but yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. I'm actually this is weird. I'm gonna give it an extreme watch just because I want to see other people experience the same weirdness that I experienced, and I actually loved it. Jamie says I don't watch scary movies. I'm a pansy. I promise. Okay. Also, what everyone says, but I'll believe you. I don't know what it is. Is it also a musical? Oh, it is a musical as well. I'm always down for a musical. I do love musicals. I'm just a show tunes boy. Moving on to the Sully perspective on blank this week. Oh, what did I just click? This week on Sully perspective on, we're going to talk about Wi-Fi and internet issues because obviously I just told you I had Wi-Fi and internet issues. The thing is what, how do I say this? What did people do before the internet? You know, like what did they do? What did I do? I was alive when the internet wasn't as important as it is now. It's not like I'm, 14 years old. I'm an adult. I'm almost 30. I'm 29 and a half. And my Wi-Fi went out for what, 2 days, 3 days, and I felt like an insane person. I couldn't Google anything because I will also say I have no cell service where I'm at. Like my cell service is atrocious. I literally work for a phone company and can't get phone service. That's how bad it is. So there's no like getting around the Wi-Fi with, oh, I still have cellular. I can look stuff up or I can watch Netflix on my phone. I thought of that. It took me like 3 minutes to load an Instagram video, like a reel that Anna sent me. So I couldn't do anything. So I just sat there a lot and I didn't know what to do. So I picked up, luckily I have a Nintendo Switch and I have Zelda Breath of the Wild on there, which I'll be playing tonight after the podcast live on the stream. But, and it's like a single player game that doesn't require internet, but like I have books up there I could have read, I suppose. I don't read. So Anna, who reads like a book and a half a day, was like, why don't you read? There's books up there that you purchased, some that she purchased for me to read. And I said, what's words? I don't know how to read. It literally was the most boring 2 days of my life. I don't know how people lived without Wi-Fi. If I wondered something, like I was like, hey, I wonder if such and such thing is real. I wonder if trepidation is a word. Jay Montagna says not a word in the chat. I'm going to call BS on that, and I'm going to have Anna Google it for me. Trepidation is a word, but what did I say? Trepidatious? I just said trepidatious. No, yeah, I did say Lee. Okay, so look up the adverb form of trepidation. Trepidation would be trepidatiously. It's real, Jamie. Anyways, if I was wondering if that was a word, I couldn't look it up. So this is the thing. People just back in the day would say in their brain, hey, I wonder, blah, 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 blah. And then they would just have to wonder it forever. And also, they couldn't watch anything because all of my stuff is streaming. I don't have like live TV other than streaming stuff. I couldn't look up. It is a word, Jamie. Suck it. Jamie Montana says trepidatiously is not a word. Okay, sorry, but my producer is saying that it is. It says in a trepidatious manner. Thank you. I believe it. It's Bible now. Jamie, I win. You lose. Go wipe the snot off your kid. I win. Booger boy. Yeah. But seriously, I don't think that I realized how much I relied on internet until it was just completely gone. Like I would get to work and just feverishly look at all of my notifications because I finally had Wi-Fi for once. Which, first of all, I feel like I'm a a poor with no cell service. That's the worst thing I've ever said in my whole life. I feel like one of the poors. No cell service. You know, oh, I'm out of data. Remember that? Like when you just be out of data, you're like, my mom would be yelling at me, like, we have 5 gigs for the month. You've used 4.5, and we started the billing cycle yesterday. So there's nothing we can do here. Jay Montana says, Tony says we're pulling our Patreon. That's not for this show. Number one, you can support me on Patreon for this show. I do have it, I think, set up. Who knows? But it's not you who gets to make that decision because baby Cam supports me on the Patreon, not you. And although he may be using your credit cards unbeknownst to you, he's going to have to take that up between me and him. And we've been emailing a lot lately, me and baby Cam, and he says that he will continue the support. Wait, hold on. I'm getting a feed right now from baby Cam. Yep, still going to support me. It's all good. So yeah, don't lose your Wi-Fi. And also, in general, don't get Spectrum as your Wi-Fi provider. Moving on to Try Something New Tuesday. Guys, I have something very important to say. Let's zoom in here. This is going to be the worst Try Something New Tuesday that we've ever done. Like, I'm going to go ahead and start this. Anna's getting it together for me. But I'm literally so nervous about this. It can just be on the foil if we don't have plates. Because those are... Yeah, just dump them, turn it over. Or just give me the whole tray. Yeah, just give me the whole tray. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer now. Y'all, this is the worst Try Something New Tuesday weird food combination I have ever done. Pickles and ice cream, watermelon and cinnamon. We've done it all. Peanut butter with cheeseburgers last week. That was actually delicious. I don't even want to... I'm scared to tell you because y'all are going to lose your minds. I saw this. This is not... I did not just choose 2 random foods. I swear to God. This is a real... On the internet, it's a real thing that people suggested. Like, I swear to God. All right, here we go. I'm not playing. I swear to God, you're going to think I'm lying. Fish sticks and vanilla pudding. I swear to God, this is a real thing on the internet. I found it in more than one place, which means it's real. That's how I verify things. If I see something twice, it means it's true. Just in the world. If anyone says something twice, I believe it wholeheartedly. Fish sticks. Oh, it smells bad. I actually don't mind fish sticks. You mix a little ketchup and mayo together, dip some fish sticks in it. But now I'm having to dip it into vanilla pudding. Glorious Beard 89 says that is a Doctor Who reference. No, it isn't, because I've never seen a single episode of Doctor Who. Is it fish? Oh, wait, is fish sticks and pudding a Doctor Who reference? Or is me saying the word fish sticks earlier instead of fish sticks, is that a reference? I don't know what you're talking about, Glorious Beard. Can you tell me in the chat? But here we go. As you know, if you've watched the show, it is a minimum, which is unfortunate, it is a minimum 2, if not 3, try. Like I have to try at least two bites. I cannot try it one time. Fish sticks and vanilla custard is what Matt Smith's doctor eats after he regenerates. Oh, so this is from Doctor Who, everyone. This fits in with nerdy news. Glorious Beard says that's why it's on the internet. I didn't see anything about Doctor Who. I just saw weirdos say, try this, mate. Oi. That is where it came from. Okay, here we go. So I just dip it, I guess. Also, I hope that custard and pudding is the same thing. Let me know. Because it said vanilla custard. I might throw up from this. This might be the week, y'all. Lil Boozy, I don't know, think if you're in here, but you've been wanting me to throw up. And Keegan, you've been wanting me to throw up for a while. Whew, I've never been more nervous. This is the one I'm most nervous about. I'm just going on. Oh, y'all. Why? Why? Why is that good? I'm not joking. I don't know. Am I fucked up? Do I just like everything? Am I that fat? Or is this good? I'll try it. Try number 2. That was weird, but not that weird. It's weird because it wasn't that weird. Here we go again. Am I doing? Let me know. Also, am I doing too much? Too little? I'm doing the whole fish stick with that much custard. Is that an appropriate amount of each? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like it's fine. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not joking. I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say about this one. This is real. I'm actually trying. I'll break it open for you. Like I feel like people are gonna say that I'm lying. These are actually look. That's fish. See, that's fish sticks. This is really vanilla pudding. I ripped off the top, but I swear to God, it's vanilla pudding. Not like I don't know what would be normal to put on fish sticks even. Amy Sullivan, mom says, "Hey bub, I tried the pickles and ice cream tonight, and it's actually not that bad either." See? This is a third person. Remember what I said earlier? If 2 people say it's true, it literally is true. Now we have 3 people. Anna, Sully, and Sully's mom. Mama Sully is saying that she believes it, and it's not just because she loves me, and I didn't pay her that much to say it. I swear to God, pickles and ice cream is good. Tartar sauce. Fucking A. That's what I was thinking of. This is not tartar sauce. It's a cup. There's an expiration date. I can show you the lid. I don't know where that went. It is vanilla pudding and fish sticks. I swear to God, like I'll keep doing it to prove that it's good. It's good. I don't like that it's good though. It makes me feel insecure about my mental stability, I think. Anna's gagging, like physically gagging in the background. Like from the smell or the thought? Both. Okay. I think that I might be messed up. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's going on. I just tried fish sticks in vanilla custard. Wait, Glorious Beard, you're right. What if I'm Doctor Who? I don't know anything about Doctor Who except for this. When one dies, they like get reincarnated into another body. Does that person ever know if they're Doctor Who? Because if not, what if I'm Doctor Who? I don't even know what that means. Do I have powers? I think I have to use a phone booth. I don't know anything about anything really, but Doctor Who especially. Y'all, that's it. But I don't even know. I'm literally so flabbergasted. That's the weirdest one. Pickles and ice cream, I was nervous about, but and it was weird, but it like wasn't that weird. I like pickles and ice cream. It sounds weird, but people eat pickle flavored chips and pickle flavored like things that. So like it's not that weird that it's good. I swear to God, I never in a billion. I thought I was gonna barf. I thought I was gonna throw up. Now I might later. What if this combo is like deadly? What if this? I don't know what this does inside my gut. That's what's scary. Is I don't know what this does in 5 minutes. Glorious Beard says, you are an alien, and yeah, you know you are Doctor Who. It is the same person in a different body. Oh. Do they let other people know that they're Doctor Who? Because if so, maybe I'm just pretending not to be because I don't want you to know that I'm Doctor Who. That's why it's called Doctor Who. So they'd be like, hi, I'm Doctor Who. And they'd be like, who? And I'd be like, exactly. That's why they're called Doctor Who. I read a book. I don't know what, like, I really feel weird, and I'm scared that, like, in my belly, that there's a weird scientific reaction happening that like Mentos and Coca-Cola or something, like that I'm going to be just playing Zelda here in a minute and just like, you know, I don't know what's going to happen to me. So if I die, then I love you all. And thanks for coming and watching. That was it for that episode. I feel so weird. Does anybody even eat fish sticks? Jamie? Nathan? Keegan, if you're back? Does anyone eat this shit? Depends on the mission. If you need to be incognito to save the universe, then sure. This show seems a little like bendy to the rules to me. That's it, guys. For the podcast listeners, thank you so much for listening to another episode of The Sully Perspective. If you want to see me make weird faces while trying fish sticks and pudding, watch me live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. on twitch.tv/The Sully Perspective. If you're here live with me, I love you. You're my family. Follow me everywhere. Follow me here. Hit the little follow button if you haven't. Go on Instagram, same name, Sully Perspective. Go on YouTube, same name, Sully Perspective. Go on Twitter, not the same name. There's no the and there's no e at the end, so it's just Sully Perspective. Sully Perspective. Jay Montana says, nasty, would not eat either. Definitely not together. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. What do you mean you wouldn't eat either? Vanilla pudding? You wouldn't eat vanilla pudding? Vanilla pudding is one of the most delicious things. You know when you go to like a Chinese buffet and they just have the most random stuff on the dessert section? You know what I always get at the end of my meal? I'll just get a big spoon of cottage cheese and a big spoon of vanilla pudding, not together, but like in the little bowls that you get. And then I'll get the swirl ice cream because for some reason Chinese buffets always have the ice cream, you know, the soft serve ice cream. And then those little homemade donuts. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, those are good too. Glorious Pierce 89 says like when I was 10 and we were poor. You know, I'm just living like one of the poors. No Wi-Fi and fish sticks. Living like one of the poors. Yeah, that's it, guys. So now what happens? Again, if you're a podcast listener, thank you for listening. Have a great night. I love you. Goodbye.